Hello, collective. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot. I'm here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. As always, my sweets, okay? Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. So, Spirit is saying, rest assured, your victory is a guarantee, right? Your wishes. Ooh, okay. So, okay. One, yes, right? Slow and steady wins the race. It's coming, so have faith and understanding in that. Somebody here might be experiencing a tower moment, but this was reversed. um, and it might very much seem like it feels like what's happening is bringing you further away from where you want to be in life or what you want to be doing. But in some kind of way, this is actually leading you towards, doing a step, getting rid of, cutting away things that no longer serve you, that, are actually taking you away from what you really want. So it's that kind of seems seems like a bad thing, but in hindsight, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm glad that happened because it made me realize that I needed to go down a different path, or maybe what I was doing wasn't really gonna fully satisfy me. Now with retrospect, now that I can look back with hindsight, I can see it. But from the vantage point that you're in right now, it might not seem like it makes much sense or like it's where you want to be. Okay, Thistle. And I am kind of getting this energy of like protection and um like things might seem kind of like wiry. Things might seem kind of um like, I'm also hearing bramble. So things might seem kind of like thorny. That's the word, like thorny, and they might seem kind of hard. It might seem a little sticky. It might seem a little it might seem like there's a little bit of karmic like gunk, like karmic issues slowing you down. But Spirit is asking you to get into your feminine energy here with the inverted triangle, right? Get into your feminine energy and allow what doesn't serve you, to serve you in the way of letting it go, right? Let to realize what's not working for you is not working for you because it doesn't serve you. So let it go so that the energetic place could be taken up with something that does serve you, right? And then here on the back of the deck, we have Citrus, number 45, which is about protection. Also, all of them that have like this red thread, it's kind of like the red thread of fate. Like Spirit is saying they're actually protecting you from a much worse outcome by having this tower moment happen right now. And it might be in this tower might feel like it's taking away some kind of wish fulfillment in your situation. But Spirit's like, trust the plan, right? Trust the plan. Tower moments come up when Spirit has been trying to get us to walk away from something, when Spirit has been trying to get us to leave something behind, but we haven't, but we've refused to, but we haven't let it go yet. So um, 37. Oops. Okay. Thistle. Something is holding you back from making progress, like like abundant thistles on the path of your journey, waiting waiting to be a spine in your foot. Complications are frustrating, but sometimes ultimately unavoidable. You can't move forward while you're bottling up anger and aggression. However, whatever the source, find it and confront it. The progress of removing that thorn yeah, there it is, that thorny, right? That kind of like may be difficult and painful, but if you're going to make any progress at all, it will only come after you faced your problems. So Exactly. Spirit saying, I've been refusing, thank you, Spirit. You've been refusing to handle this situation or to really address this, which is why it is coming in as a tower moment, right? And yes, it might come in as a tower moment of like, oh my gosh, why is this like, oh my, really seriously? Like, this is pushing me even further back. But Spirit is saying this is happening because there's something that you need to stop. There's something that you need to pay attention to. There's something that you need to work on. There's something that you are not doing, or there's something that you are doing that you need to stop doing, right? Whatever the situation is. And Spirit is saying they get it. This might be like a thorn in your side that they just kind of be like, okay, like, hey, you need to work on this. Like, no, I'm good. Hey, you need to work on this. No, I'm good. Then it's going to blow up, right? And you're going to be like, oh my God, now I have no other choice but to work on it. And Spirit is like, exactly. We've been telling you to work on it, and we're serious. When we say you need to work on something, we're serious about it. You need to work on it, right? Don't worry. In the end, this is happening because we're really protecting you, right? We're really pushing you to do what you have needed to be doing this whole time. Ooh, Spirit, talk to them, okay? Spirit saying you're getting downloads, you're getting, like, listen to your clear audience, listen to like your intuition, listen to however it is that Spirit comes through for you, and it's like gives you those missions, gives you those objectives, whatever they tell you. Hey, you should be doing this. Hey, you need to be doing this. Or hey, you need to stop avoiding this. Or hey, you need to stop doing this. So Spirit is giving you these ideas. They are giving you these nine of wands, these karmic lessons for you to make it through, right? And in the end, they are doing it to bring you this balance into your life, right? What is happening in the end is going to end up bringing more balance, and it's going to help you learn this lesson here, which is exactly why, boom, this tower moment is happening, which is making you think, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, and that is going to lead you. This thought of how to handle this, how to get back on track after this tower moment is what's going to, get you back on track. Let's pull a clarifier for this group, please, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh. That is 3 clarifiers. That's 4 clarifiers. Okay. I'm going to turn these over. Which one? Okay. The Willow. But they do want me to shout out the Bluebell, which is about rewriting your story. The Moonwort, which is about finding that key in the seed, which is about that seed of idea being planted that gives you the key to unlock. Maybe even it's kind of giving me kind of Akashic records. You've been here before. You're doing this again. It's also giving me Sagittarian energy of like going out there and doing what you need to do. Also journaling. Think about journaling and getting your thoughts out that way. The automatic writing is really going to help you again with the key. Okay. Again with the Sagittarius energy through the third eye, the arrow through the third eye. So there's a big energy here of like automatic writing also. Bramble, there's Bramble. Oh my gosh, and that's so funny because when I first opened up the book, it opened up to strawberry. And there's strawberry too. I can't remember if I said anything, but it did stand out to me when I did that. Okay. Willow, mustard. Okay, so mustard might come up as well. Clematis, clover. Clover was back there too. There's bluebell as well. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. The willow tree is characterized by its thin, malleable branches, and it's time that you take a leaf out of its book. Right? Out of the book, right? That's funny. Learning to be more adaptable in your mindset is a valuable skill, and soon you're going to find yourself in a situation where you'll need to be more flexible. Try not to get too stuck on thoughts of how you've already done things or how things have always been done. Embrace a new outlook and try things differently. You may be surprised by the results. All right. So Spirit is saying, hey, you've already been here before. You're learning these lessons. We're giving you new ideas of how to handle things into the future that's going to bring that balance into your life. So trust and have faith in that. Okay? Trust and have faith in that. Yeah, because this has been a mindset that you've been stuck on. This has been a very narrow mindset that you've had for a very long time. This even could be, soul. Um, you could resonate with breaking these generational toxic mindsets or generational curses, however you want to call them. That's just what I call, like, when people say generational curses, I prefer to say generational toxic mindsets. With a lot of regret for the things, kind of letting go of that regret and that sad, that kind of, I talk about it here on the channel before, right? The fear, guilt, shame, the fear, guilt slash shame cycle where you get stuck in that kind of, I know I should do better. Oh, but I'm too depressed to do better. You kind of get, and then, oh, I should be doing better, which just makes you more, which makes you feel more down about yourself, which makes you have more regrets about yourself, which just feeds into that cycle, right? Oh, and it just builds your fear of actually doing anything about it to get yourself outside of that cycle. One more, Spirit saying. And this is something that's been sticking around for a long time. So Spirit's like, it's got to go. This thought process, this action, this, this that you're doing here, it's got to go. 5 of Cups, right? That lamenting over the past and being like, oh, things have always been shitty and they'll continue to be shitty. It needs to, you need to put that to rest. You need to back off. You need to let that go. It's not going to help you anymore. You need to open up your mind. Shing, right? To that third eye. Open up your mind. You might be also I'm getting that you might be getting ascension headaches, or you might be having symptoms from your upper chakras, like awakening or opening. Okay? You're going to be given that key. That's what Spirit is saying. Trust that all this that you're going through now is happening for the reason that you are awakening, that you are ascending, that you will, that you're going to get there. Right? Dandelion. That's so funny because I was saying, oh, I was just staring at it because I just literally talked about your upper chakras and your crown chakra opening, right? And there's the crown. Some of you might be being encouraged to also drink dandelion root tea, or to burn dandelion root. I'm getting that as well. Mustard is opening up again. Okay, they want me to read. I'm going to go ahead and read this mustard. You've mastered the broad strokes, and now it's time to really get into the nitty-gritty of mustard's tiny seed. That seed, right? Right? Stop looking at the bigger picture and focus on the minutia. Whether it's a problem, a project, or a situation, pay attention to the detail. Paying attention to the details will pay dividends. There's skill in being able to flesh out, right, the intricacies of a situation, and that is where you'll really flourish right now. So you've gotten the broad idea of what you need to be working on. So Spirit is saying it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. It's time to pay attention to those little seeds, right? To the little mustard seed, to the little details, to kind of like hammer out those fine details and what you're doing right now. Okay. Pay attention to the moon cycles. Okay. Dandelion. Though the dandelion starts life earthbound and steady, it transforms in the fall into a state where the earth cannot contain it anymore, and it becomes airborne and ready for a new adventure. This card represents being stuck between choices, staying rooted to the safety of the ground, or taking flight to new lands. This decision cannot be made lightly, and it requires careful consideration and waiting for the right time, to achieve results. But the decision must be made all the same. You cannot wait in limbo forever, right? So they're showing me the Two of Swords. You cannot wait. They're showing me the Hangman. They're showing me the Two of Swords. They're showing me the Three of Wands. You cannot stand back waiting for life to just show you all the time. Sometimes life is like, okay, I've showed you what you need to do, so now it's time for action. So now it's time for you to get down to the nitty gritty, right? I've showed you the broad plan. I've showed you the broad, so you know in general, okay, I need to be doing this. How do I get there? Start making plans. Start taking classes, start reading the books, start getting the information that you need, start saving the money for for whatever it is. Start looking up. You want to move across the country? You can't just sit there and go, I want to move across the country. I want to move across the country. I want to move across the country. You have to start saving. You have to start looking for houses. You have to start looking for jobs. You have to start, setting that up, getting your finances in order, right? That's what Spirit is saying. It's time for you to do now. It's time for you to set those broad plans like, okay, this is my plan for the next, few months, for the rest of this year. How do I get there? My next thing that I'm working towards is this. How do I get there? How do I get there? Well, I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and then I need to do this, and I need to do that. Set it up and do it. And start making those small steps towards those bigger goals, setting smaller goals on the way there, being satisfied with the fact that, it might take you time to get there. It's going to take you time to build it up. It's going to take you effort to build it up, but you're going to have to put it in, right? And that's what Spirit is saying. This tower moment is happening to let you know, hey, you're in the thick of it right now because you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be working your way through it. You need to be a little bit more flexible about how you view your options as to how to get out of this, as you view your options as to, Spirit saying you're caging yourself, you're limiting yourself. Your thought process right now is limiting yourself as to what your options really are. You have a lot more options than you want to admit that you do, or that you're telling yourself, and you're giving yourself credit for having. You have a lot more choices and a lot more options as to how to get through the thick of it, right? And Spirit is saying, just take the time that you need to set a plan and put it into motion, right? Don't be scared to get out there and start at zero. Yeah, Spirit is saying work on your foundation right now, right? Work on your foundation. For some of you, this is about a home, or this is about setting up a more steady foundation for yourself in the future. Okay, Spirit says again, there's the Hangman. Spirit is saying they understand that you have a lot of anxiety, that you have a lot of fear, that you have fears studying this, right? Like I said before, building something out of fear, building something out of the fear of lack is not going to get you anything, which is what you might have been doing. You might have been building things on the fear of lack, which is why Spirit says you need to calm down, right? Take a moment, back out, take a moment to heal this fear. Take a moment. That's why I really feel like that's what you've been doing, is that you've been learning the broader picture of step back, take a moment, breathe about it, let it go. I feel like you've been purging a lot of things that don't serve you, and now Spirit is saying, okay, now that you are starting to get into a different cycle of getting down to the finer details of what you need to be doing, it's time to stop saying, okay, in general I want to do this, and start doing the steps that you need to do to accomplish that, what you want to do, right? Spirit is trying to bring this justice forward. Spirit is trying to bring you this happiness that you really want. It's time to get into that masculine energy with its Emperor card, and to start, activate your masculine energy, because that's what's going to help you plan and organize and, go out there and get the information that you need to. And Spirit is saying, yes, that some of you need to experience this kind of like solo journey. Some of you need to experience getting out there and doing this and showing yourself that you can do it, right? Not that Spirit's not going to be helping you, or that you won't have help from other people or other things along the way. You will. But Spirit is saying that I really feel like a big thing for you is working on your independence, is working on that foundation for yourself. Yeah. Okay, we'll get into that in just a second. Magnolia. Okay. I know about this Magnolia card. I'm still going to read it. But the Magnolia, which is the number 8, which is about what also is about the universal law of cause and effect. Also, it's like what you give out is what you get back. What you give out to the universe is what you get back. So if you give out fear, if you give out limitation, if you give out the energy of I'm building this because I'm scared to lose it, I'm doing this because I'm scared I'll never get on my feet, I'm doing this because I'm scared I'll be alone, I'm doing this because I'm scared that I will be a failure and I'll never, reach my goals. If you are doing this from that place, you are just going to attract more of that struggle, more of that fear, more of that lack energy. So if you can take a moment to detach yourself from that kind of mindset from the past, um, it is going to help you get out there. Also, this is about blooming in your time, right? There is a time for everyone. There is a season for everyone. Um, don't feel like because you're a certain age or because you haven't accomplished certain things at this point in your life, or if you're like, wow, I'm at this point in my spiritual journey and I'm still trying to learn how to do this, or still trying to learn how to do this, or I'm at this stage in my life or this age in my life and I still, and I'm still unmarried, or I'm still single, or I'm newly single or something like that. It's like, dang, this is not where I thought I was going to be. Spirit is saying, you know your life, things that have happened in your life have happened the way that they have to lead you to this very moment right now, so that you can have this moment, so that you can have this realization that you need to change, right? That your thought process and how you view yourself and how you view your capability, and how you view why you're doing what you're doing needs to change, needs to be reevaluated, right? It needs to be rethought, recontextualized, right? What is this? Week 8. When magnolias bloom, the flowers come out long before the leaves do. This miraculous flowering gives them an advantage over other plants which are still busy putting out their first leaves. But it's only possible as a result of careful preparation the season before that allows them to beat the trend. If you want to be the one step ahead of others, it may not be possible immediately, but now is a good time to prepare for the next season and make sure that you have everything you need to be the first to bloom. Exactly. So this season might not be your season. Right now might not be the time that you're blooming, but put in that preparation work that will put you ahead, right? That will put you ahead for your next cycle. Right now is a cycle of prepping yourself. It doesn't matter what other people are accomplishing. I mean, yes, claps for them. It's great. That's great for them, right? But it doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are accomplishing. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing, because that's just holding you back and it's keeping you, again, in this lack. You are comparing yourself to the fact that you lack something that this person has, something that you want, right? That is a state of lack. So Spirit is saying, you know, stop worrying about what other people are doing. Stop worrying about what other people are accomplishing. Right? Of course, if it inspires you to get out there and to go do something and be like, wow, I would love to do that for myself as well, great. But if it makes you feel like, oh, I'm not as good as them, stop. Right? Stop. And so again, this is all setting up the preparation work. So it's like, you can't control everything that's going to happen in a situation. You can't control everything that's going to, things that can't come to you. But you can be as prepared as you can be for it, right? And then you can build up your confidence to know, I am prepared as I can be, and whatever pops up, I'll handle it, right? I'll handle it when it pops up. And so if I have, if an opportunity pops up, I don't have the fear that I am not educated enough or that I don't have the skills available, because guess what? Bitch, I've been practicing, because guess what? I've been putting in that work, because guess what? Suddenly an opportunity for a job across the country pops up. Well, guess what? I've been saving. Well, guess what? I've been looking at houses, in the area. Well, guess what? you know, I'm prepared for it. And I don't have to have this fear that I'm not ready for it, because I've been preparing for it, because I've been listening to that internal guidance telling me, get ready for this, right? Get ready for this. Do the work for this. And for some of you, this could even be, getting ready to be in a really, in a really positive relationship as well. It doesn't have to be just about your goals or your career or moving house or things like that. You can be doing that prep work that you're doing right now, that emotional work that you're doing right now, to get in that relationship that you want so much. But Spirit is saying that relationship is not going to come in if you just are lamenting in this fear of lack, of not having it, right? Because I really feel like your emotions are kind of really pulling you all around right now. Your emotions are really pulling you all around right now, and Spirit is saying, it's really time to allow yourself to have this moment. Like, don't be scared of allowing yourself to really feel this moment. I'm getting a lot of like purge energy. A lot of you are fighting opening up your heart chakra and opening up, allowing this energy to come into you, right? So this state of fear of lack is exactly the thing that, wanting it so bad is exactly the thing of which stopping it from coming in, right? Because when you want it so bad, you are concentrating on the fact that I don't have it. I want it because I don't have it. I want it because I don't have it, right? And that is the very thing that's stopping it from actually coming in. Because you're focusing on what? I don't have it. And as long as you're putting out the energy of, I don't have it, then Spirit says, oh, then I'm going to give you more of not having it. Because the energy that you're in is, I don't have it. So why would I give it to you? Right? Crocus. So I know this crocus is like a winter plant. I don't think I ever showed it to you. It's the number 38. 12. 12 also might be significant to you guys. Like the stubborn crocus that endures in the thickest frost to bloom, you've always managed to find that part of you that is strong and unmoving when times have been tough. This part of you is a valuable ally. Try reaching for it even when you don't need it. Become familiar with it and employ its determination in your everyday life. It will only benefit you with the strength in hand can be achieved. With this strength in hand, you can achieve anything. So Spirit is saying everything that you've gone through, Spirit is like, I understand why, right? Why you have these boundaries up, why you have that, right? And for a time, it's really protected you. It's really helped you, right? Now is a time to implore that strength in a way of allowing yourself to know that you've got it, right? Again, like I said, you've got it. Know that you've got it. Know that you can protect yourself. Know that you've always made it out in every other situation. You've made it to this point now, right? You've made it. So don't worry about it, right? Don't worry as much about it. Trust in yourself. Know yourself. Know thyself, right? Trust in yourself. And if you have any insecurities about things that you might be like, well, I don't know that much about it. Okay. Pick up your phone. Open a computer. Google it. Start asking around, get suggestions for books, learn, strive, go forward. If you feel like you need to take a class or there's something that you need to know, start saving up, start researching, start looking, right? Because just sitting there going, I bet I can't afford any class, and I bet there's no classes in my time schedule. You might be surprised, right? You might be surprised what you find out there. So Spirit is saying, start looking, because they're opening up pathways. They're opening up ways for you to be able to do this, because it's part of your destiny. So find that strength inside you now, right? And bloom through the thick, right? Through the winter. Go ahead, employ that strength, right? And let go of the mindset that you're trapped. You're not trapped, right? Like the dandelion, you're not trapped. Open your mind. Stop letting the fear that you won't be ready or that you haven't performed yet stop you from even trying to perform, right? And all of this, of course, is easier said than done. I do recognize that, right? Especially when this is a fear that's been so long lasting in your life. But Spirit is saying now is the time. Now is the time to step up and allow a different situation to happen. Now is the time to move forward and allow yourself something different. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you. I really hope this brought some love, light, and clarity to your situation. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me today. As always, if you like the content, give it a like. Let me know if this resonated to you with for you down in the comment section down below. Mercury retrograde is trying to get me, okay? And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, think about subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you can know every time I upload a video, do all the things. I really appreciate you guys. Also, please take the time, if you forgot it, to check out the description box down below, where you will find the link to my online shop, as well as my contact information and a link to donate or tip if you really enjoyed the reading or if you enjoyed the channel. Appreciate you guys in advance. Thank you so much for being here with me today, okay? And I will see you lovelies in the next one.